Hey guys, welcome back to another High Fives. Ugh, that was weak. Let's try that again. Hey guys, we're back at it again with the High Fives. No, that's getting old. Let's try again. Not relevant. There are things I wondered about relating to resets or how things revert to their natural and original order. These ritualistic and habitual things I would do would grant me immunities from future consequences or anticipated failures. In short, as a child, doing things over and over again or resetting was my reasoning for understanding and accomplishing things my own way. And with that said, let's get into this week's High Fives. Sunburn. Okay, so I'm starting this one with a little bit of a weirdie. Sometimes during the summer you see parents grab their kids and lather them up with sunscreen before they go off to play. It seems like the only people that were really concerned with sunburn were the adults. And I'm sure no kid likes putting on sunscreen, even me. So I had my own solution for blocking the sun. Or so I thought. I had this perception that going under shade and shadow was a way for me to reset my biological clock as long as I didn't hit direct sunlight. So my rule was that if I pass through a shadow, that resets the time it actually takes for me to get a sunburn. It's like my skin is automatically cool again. It's actually pretty funny. You would see me run from shadow to shadow, making sure I avoided direct sunlight. And it was great because like when I was younger, people were tall enough so that they could cast shadow and I can just stand right behind them. Or if I couldn't find any shade or shadow in time, I would actually try to cast my own shadows on myself. But unfortunately, as we all know, UV rays don't actually work that way, and I actually did get sunburned. Number 4. Okay, Justin, let's see if I can actually match your key. Alright, here we go. Saying you're sorry. Do you remember when you were a kid when you had to say sorry? And we never really meant it, we were just told to say it just to make things better again. It was the magic word for instant forgiveness. Kids are so young and self-centered that they don't even realize that people have feelings too. They miss the point that it's not what you say, it's what you mean. And of course, as a kid, I only focused on what was said, how many times I said it, and how loud I said it. So when someone didn't forgive me for something I had done wrong, I just went off. Sorry. So by repeatedly saying sorry, the other person would just have to forgive me. If they didn't forgive you, it's just that you probably didn't say sorry enough, or you probably just weren't loud enough. So Bobby, you hit me yesterday. Based on the current quota, that's 50 sorries, pay up. But guys, the moral of the story is, always say sorry, but you don't have to mean it. But now that we're older, I hope you guys know you actually do have to mean it, right guys? Guys? Number 3. An eye for an eye. This next one is actually very similar to the last one, except now the roles are reversed. Instead of saying sorry to someone, you are now expecting an apology from someone else. Except in my case, something. Do you guys ever have that when you... Bad chair. Did you ever have that as a kid where your mom came in to save the day, even if it was against that deadly inanimate object? As kids, we were entitled to an apology from someone, or something, depending on what hurt us. So our parents made us feel better when that thing that hurt us got its just reward. After said thing was punished, everything was forgiven, and we moved on. It's too bad our parents can't stand in when this happens to us now. Hey, that parked car ran into me! Got it! Ah! Number 2. Even Steven and Odd Todd. So this one requires a bit of short story time. When I was in grade school, I read a book called Even Steven and Odd Todd. The story is simple, but the Cliff Notes version goes like this. Even Steven and Odd Todd are cousins. Even Steven is neat, clean, orderly, and disciplined. Odd Todd is wild, destructive, inconsiderate, and odd. Even Steven lives in an orderly home. Odd Todd comes to visit and trashes the place, and leaves everything that was orderly in ruin. The end. Naturally, in the end, I liked Even Steven, and I hated Odd Todd. So I wanted to be an Even Steven. As a kid, I was then fixated with his kind of symmetry. Like, for example, if I did something once, I would have to do it again. If I turned around, I'd turn the other direction as well. Knock once, knock a second time. Steal once, steal again. I eventually outgrew this compulsive behavior as I got older, and now it's just a funny memory to look back on. But Odd Todd still sucks. Number 1. Baptized with water. Now I don't mean literal baptism, I mean metaphorically. The concept behind baptism is being purified and washed clean in order to join a religious community or a church. When we were kids, we always wanted to be part of the in-group. And when we were in school, everything about school just reinforced everything about our need for belonging. School was always full of, line up, wait your turn. Do you want to eat? Wash your hands. And of course, accomplishing Regina George fame by association.
One time, she punched me in the face. It was awesome.
We didn't want to be that kid that stayed inside during recess because we got in trouble for stepping out of line. And we didn't want to be that dirty kid that wasn't able to eat because he didn't wash his hands. And yes, I wanted to be personally punched by Regina George in the face. So how does this all relate to reset, you ask? Well, to me as a kid, I had found a way to always be a part of the in-group because water was magic. I believe that if you soaked just a part of your body in water, then you were deemed clean. I mean, speaking about baptism, I understood the concept of holy water, but it couldn't literally be clean, could it? So why not all types of water? And granted, when I was a kid, I guess I did have an aversion to soap. I mean, it was kind of a hassle. I mean, soap in the eye, soap in your mouth, soap in an opera. So to put this all into context, I have to tell you about swimming. As a kid, when I went swimming, there was always this kind of pool protocol that you always had to go through. It was always shower before you get into the pool, get into the pool, then get out of the pool, and then shower again. To me at the time, I didn't see the logic in soaking in the water 3 different times. I didn't need to be re-cleaned. And yes, now that I've grown up, I've learned how to practice proper hygiene. I know how to use soap, I know how to use water, I know how to wash my hands, and I've been baptized as well. So I never have to shower again. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this week's High Fives. So I'm actually gonna go on a bit of a tangent. So the ironic part of this High Fives theme was reset. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually had to redo the whole entire baptism scene of this episode. Everything had to be completely redone, script and everything, even after I started shooting. So when I was being baptized in the title sequence of this episode, water was actually going everywhere. That went so bad. And some even landed on my laptop. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Oh, special effects. Special effects everywhere. At the time of filming this video right now, I don't even know if my laptop is gonna turn on again, or I don't even know if I'll have the laptop to edit this all together. But if I do, this will make one heck of a story. But guys, I actually do have hope. I mean, given the fact that I'm back here on camera, I rewrote my script on my phone so that I can finish up this episode of High Fives. So anyway, sorry for going a little bit off topic. I just wanted to give a little bit of an explanation why this video might potentially be late this week. So hopefully I'll see you guys for another High Fives next week. High Fives! Came back from the computer hospital. For this guy, we had to pull the plug.
Tonight I'm on a flight to New York City. Tonight